Hey Fragrance family, welcome to another video of Proverbs 27:9 fragrances. And today we're going to be looking at a classic from 1995 from the house of Jean Paul Gaultier. It's Le Male. If you would go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you've hit the notifications bell. We put out regular videos on Mondays and Fridays at 6 a.m. Central Time. But then we also drop special videos, giveaways, different things of that nature. So make sure you've got the notifications turned on. And once you watch this video, if you like what you've seen, hit that like button and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Le Male. So Le Male is an amber fougere, and it really is what kicked off the modern fougere fragrances. And Le Male was a monster, not only in terms of sales, but in terms of just influencing the fragrance market so much. You really had in 1995 and 96, you had kind of this new wave of fragrances, and it went in two different directions, to be honest with you. Mainly influenced by the citrus aromatics, citrus aquatics rather, that went in the way of L'Eau d'Issey by Issey Miyake, Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani, and kind of the ones that went off in that regard. And then you had the ones that went in the way of Le Male, which was kind of a sweeter aromatic fougere. And even the aquatics, like Invictus, I felt like they kind of followed Le Male more than Acqua di Gio and all that. So it was a huge influential fragrance from the 90s. And I didn't discover it in the 90s. In the 90s, I was still wearing Cool Water and various knockoffs of it. But this is one that I absolutely have loved over the past several years. It opens with this very unique, well, let me give you the top notes: lavender, mint, cardamom, bergamot, and artemisia, which is like a licorice note. And so it opens up with this spicy, minty lavender. The bergamot here, it's blended well into kind of the background to just kind of give it this sweet, juicy pop. But that spicy, minty lavender is the star of the show. And I do like the artemisia there. I can't describe really what it does, but if you've ever smelled Le Male, it's that note that just kind of takes it in a subtly different direction than anything else that really you'd smelled prior to it. Middle notes are cinnamon, orange blossom, and caraway. And the cinnamon, to me, it doesn't stand out on its own, really. You know it's there if you know it's there, but if not, you just kind of blends in with the cardamom as just kind of a spicy middle there. The orange blossom starts to come through, as well as that sweetness from the vanilla and the tonka. The base is amber, sandalwood, and cedar. I don't ever really get a huge cedar note, although it's definitely there. You know that there's some woods there, but it's really that ambery, sweet vanilla tonka base that really makes this. There's just real smooth. It's kind of odd because the opening is so, I wouldn't say sharp, because it's not sharp, but it's just punchy. I mean, the opening to Le Male is It's punchy, but it's so smooth in the base. It's had a world of flankers. Of course, this was Francis Kirkjohn's, I think, first real big hit. I think this is what made him famous. And of course, he's went on to start his own brand with, you know, Baccarat Rouge and things of that nature. And I believe, isn't he the in-house perfumer now for Dior or Chanel? One of those two, seems like, anyways. But he's an absolute genius of a perfumer, and this is definitely a masterpiece fragrance. It has stood the test of time. It has had 1,000 flankers, and I'll be honest with you, I've smelled not every one of them, but I've smelled a lot of them, and I still think the original is the best. It's the only one that I have felt worthy of a buy. So I think it stands up today. You know, I know this was probably worn out back in the 90s and 2000s, but it's had a while, and there's been some time to pass. And, you know, 90s is the new 80s, you know. I guess the older you get, the recent decades are becoming, you know, hip again and what's considered classic and retro. So it's time to dust off your old bottle of Le Male and start putting him back to use. All right. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please make sure you do like it and subscribe to the channel. And till we see you down the road, we say God bless. Frag on, Frag fan.